Hey guys, how we doing today?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
So we liked the premiere for the Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Yeah, I was surprised when you said there were people who didn't like it. It's definitely a darker beginning.
Sure. It seems to be the Wonder Wheel bit, the set piece they did at the at Coney Island.
Right.
A lot of folks didn't like it.
I did.
I kind of enjoyed it.
I did too.
It wasn't the best set piece they've done.
No.
But I certainly wasn't bothered by it or annoyed by it. A lot of folks were annoyed, it seemed like. What it kind of reminded me of was the scene when she tells her family for the first time that she is a comedian
Right.
at the dinner. Just that chaotic back and forth energy,
Sure.
you know?
And I would agree a little bit thinking about it now that compared to the Catskills, the dance one, where she was in and out of all of the conversations,
Sure.
was significantly better than that.
Yep.
So the bar is really high for this show as far as those kind of like moving, intricate, complex set pieces.
Uh-huh.
And I would agree that it didn't measure up to those, but it didn't stand out to me as something I found bothersome.
Seemed to be like a lack of realism as what people were kind of
Sure.
The people who were paired up in the different cars
Right.
didn't make a lot of sense for folks, which I get totally fine.
Sure.
You know, your mileage will vary on this kind of stuff. It is very stylized, the whole show.
Oh, absolutely. Right.
But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I do want to see going forward the rest of the season because I know it's a little uneven compared to the rest, is what we've been told. But so far, so good. You know,
Right.
I'm enjoying it. I like the dynamics of the characters. I like that Joel is still kind of struggling right now, but he's got this whole maze situation going on.
Sure.
I want us to get back to the Shy storyline too.
I do too. I don't think he's gone. The more I think about it, the more I think, well, because I was thinking about the thing we mentioned where the throwing the shrimp and chasing everybody off the boat,
Yep.
right? When he had, and we didn't see what happened, right?
No.
To set that off or anything or what was really
Could have
going
been
on.
anything. I guess,
Right,
at that point.
right.
Yep.
And that is the point. But the one woman when she was leaving, I was remembering,
The bassist.
yeah, the glasses,
Yep.
blonde hair. She said, "If I had a nickel for every time Shy fired me,
Yeah,
I'd be rich, or I wouldn't have to do this, or something like that."
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So right, and I had too until I was like puzzling over it. But I think that kind of highlights that Shy's moods can obviously go through stages.
Sure.
And so the possibility that down the road, when he has a little more perspective, I think it's completely fair that he was upset with Midge. I think it's fair that he accused her of really crossing a line.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a path of reconciliation for him because I don't think her intentions were bad.
It'll be a while though because
No, I agree.
now she's on her revenge tour.
And I guess it kind of, as she's done in the past. I guess it depends on what she says moving forward
Sure.
in her sets and what's reported in the papers about what she says. I mean, if she's going to get on stage and complain about Shy, and I felt like that she was vague enough in the opening bit on the premiere.
Yeah,
like she just said, another man ruined my plans.
She didn't
basically.
do what she did to Sophie Lennon.
No.
All,
There wasn't calling him out and then writing that line of what about what happened are you willing to reveal?
Yeah.
Like for instance, the reasons why it happened.
Sure.
I don't think she went there or even got remotely close to it. The question is
will she?
If it gets out moving forward, if she lets something slip moving forward, or Susie does because Susie knows now moving forward, what happens then?
I don't know.
Do we end up in a full-fledged forever war like with Sophie and Midge? Because I got to tell you, when that fight started, yeah, Sophie sucks, but it was kind of Midge kicking the bear a little bit to get that started in a way that I still don't think she really should have done.
Well, she has that in her, right?
Right. Oh, for sure.
For as gracious as she is, it's show business, and she is trying to climb to the top of the ladder there. So I hope she doesn't go that route, because Midge is a good person.
Well, it's going to depend on if she open mics it and goes off book and just lets her.
She goes wild.
She just the Sophie one's a good example and not the only one.
Yeah.
To where when she decides I'm just going to say what I want to say and lets her emotions kind of get the best of her.
Yeah.
That sometimes while it's still good stuff, while she's obviously brilliant, and it's great comedy and the audience loves it. It's also self-destructive in terms of her career. It is self-destructive sometimes.
That's the trade-off, right?
Absolutely. Do you really want me to say what's on my mind, or do you not want me to say what's on my mind?
You're burning bridges, but to get more success.
I don't know if it's to get more success, but it's at least to be a more honest artist.
Sure, I guess so. But the audience seems to respond to it, though.
Right, but it definitely isn't helping her success. She's lost an opening act for Sophie Lennon and an opening act for Shy Baldwin because she was honest. That hasn't been helped. That hasn't helped her success at all.
Well, I know it's like comedy today.
Sure.
The more people you can reach out to, the more people that like your stuff,
right?
you can say whatever, people like it.
Sure.
This is the 60s, though.
Right.
So it's all about booking and agents and
yeah, relationships and all of that, right?
I have my 2024 goggles on there.
Right. She is not in a position to be Ricky Gervais right now, right? People watch Ricky Gervais because they know he's going to get up and he's going to say some things that you probably shouldn't say.
Sure.
He's going to tell jokes. They're going to be funny. He's going to be off-putting. And that's part of the fun of watching Ricky Gervais, right? For people who like Ricky Gervais. And I totally understand people who don't, conversely, because of that, right? It's going to bring some people in. It's going to alienate some people. She's not really in that position where she can alienate people, especially when she's, you hate to say it, but she's punching up, which is what you want comedians to do. Yeah. But some people don't like being punched up to.
Exactly.
And that hurts.
And she needs to land like a late night show. Right. Something like that. Because back then it's like you go to late night shows, you
end up on Jack Parr or something, and then you're good. Right. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead and welcome Emma, Pete the man guy dude person. Love that. Philip Grisha, Emily Graham, and Snazzy Adam. Welcome to our Patreon group, guys. We're so happy you're here with us.
We really are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you don't mind hitting the like button for us, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below for us, guys.
Just wake up.
I just woke up.
If you'd like to see a full reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page where you'll find full reactions to everything we're doing or have done. We're at least 4 episodes ahead on every single show over on Patreon from where we are on YouTube. So if you finish watching this on YouTube and want to keep going, hop on over to Patreon. You will have to sync and watch along on your own device's streaming service. You are just going to see and hear us. Yes. That's just the rules of the copyright. We're also watching 30 Rock as an exclusive on Patreon.
Yes.
Take over, Imogene? Will do. All right, guys, get to work!
Oh.
We're getting a lot more Imogene.
We are.
Imogene this season.
I'm glad she apologized, because if I was one of those guys, I'd be like, well, I'm going to take a break.
Yeah. Clap at me.
I thought you'd give me a higher limit on that.
Okay, she doesn't have the money for this.
I think I can make that work.
You're a doll. Gonna give one of these to everyone I know.
As long as you pay the man.
Yeah, it sounds like debt is where she's really going.
This might be a stressful season.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I'm thinking double that now.
Double?
Or triple. You should see how my kids eat.
Oh my god.
This is a bad idea.
It's not a good idea.
Go find an Aldi.
Aldi's back in the 60s.
I doubt it. But surely there's cheaper grocers she can go to than fresh bakeries. Yeah.
You should have heard the dry cleaner and the baker practically begging me to raise my tab. Grown men begging.
That's something.
Oh my god.
This is a bad idea. Yeah. Come on, Midge.
Listen, I'm back in the neighborhood and I want to talk about my tab.
Oh my gosh.
She needs to get to work.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Be nicer, Imogene. We like Antonio.
Sorry, it's my Nordic grandmother. I inherited her chilly rage.
Yes.
Chilly rage. That's fair.
I'm feeling that right now, actually, with how cold it is outside.
25 is great. And I'm going to tell everyone you are the best drug dealer in the neighborhood.
Back?
I don't think she gets paid that much to go, work a club. And Joel's still paying her, I guess, so...
And now if I can just hold off paying the milk bill, the laundry bill, the grocery bill, the butcher bill, the bakery bill, and the pharmacy bill for just a few months, I can possibly catch up.
It's not a good plan.
I think it's tricky. What about tell your parents if they're going to live with you to get jobs?
They should be getting jobs. I don't understand this. I don't understand.
They're not invalids. They can work.
Because they just keep sitting around going, we need money.
Yeah, I know, right?
Now it's all different because where he stood when he dumped me is now where the dresser is, and where I stood when he dumped me is where part of the bed is, which is a great comfort to me. So
this is insane, right?
Yeah, she's losing it.
I think you should put it back the way it was because this is clinically insane.
Thank you, Imogene. Yeah.
Imagine the middle of the night, you want to get a glass of water.
There's no way. You'd never make it to the bathroom in that bedroom.
I heard from the ad department. They wanted you to know that last week's front page made their lives a living hell.
So he's got a job. I stand corrected. Abe's working, yeah.
For him.
Yeah.
This is a better fit for him, too. Might actually be happy.
More so than teaching.
Yeah. He's get burned out doing something forever,
Right.
These are our things.
I know.
What are they doing here?
These are our things.
I know.
What are they doing here?
Tell me you're happy living in Queens. Go on, tell me.
Well, look whose hobby is being snobby.
I like this idea.
Whose hobby is being snobby.
So, when you have guests, they'll sleep on top of us.
If they're feeling frisky.
You're a sneaky one. You're a sneaky one.
Papa.
He's being very
I
unreasonable.
don't understand this, yeah.
Hi, Grandpa.
Mother thinks we're schnorrers.
Hi, Grandma.
Your grandfather's being stubborn.
Hi, Mommy.
Go back to bed, Ethan.
Poor kid can't get a hello from anybody.
And no matter what you say, you want to be back in this building.
Thank you.
But we can't have the neighbors think we're charity cases, Miriam. We need to agree on a cover story.
Why?
Why?
So I did all of this for you, and you want to tell the whole world that you did it for me? That's not right.
No, it's not.
Contest.
It's not.
I thought this was just an altruistic thing you were doing for us.
It is.
Then we're agreed.
On what?
That you're moving in here with us, right, Abe?
It's done.
Oh my god.
No.
This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating.
So everyone in the neighborhood's going to think that she's freeloading off her parents again when she's the one who bought the house.
The frustration that you guys had with the Wonder Wheel episode.
I kind of had it with that. Yeah,
I did not like that.
Right.
Weapons or anything that can be weaponized.
Okay.
That includes pens,
Is this Sophie?
tools, larger...
That's kind of what I'm
Because
thinking.
it's a really nice place.
Did she just crack and...
She might have, yeah.
This is kind of a dark turn. Oh my... wheelchair.
It's not. Look at it. It's a celebrity.
Yeah.
It's like a celebrity rehab thing.
Gotcha. Formative.
A lot of it, I think, yeah.
Oh, everything's so cloudy. And the clouds, they're all shaped like fruit. There's a banana.
Maybe she does belong in a psych ward. I don't know.
And we all decided that I should have a nervous breakdown.
Exactly. It's performative, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, Sophie, I'm visiting, yes. But there's another reason I'm here.
Dolls?
Yes, ma'am.
I believe it's...
Oh, this poor guy.
I love it. I love that's the bit. Every time we see her, we see him.
Her serving tray. It's got her meds.
Jesus.
Look.
Oh, she can't get away from her?
I don't know how that works, though. I mean, like, if you can fire somebody, right?
No, a manager can fire a client. Yeah.
Read this.
Well, he's fast.
It's a dissolution of your partnership, ma'am.
Is this really what you want?
Just
Yes.
crazy. Yes. Like,
He also was desperate for money, though.
Susie? Oh, yeah.
But our other bathroom is the same size.
Too close to the room where your mother is trying to sleep.
Oh, that would make me so mad.
Yes, you wouldn't want to be rude.
You have no red pens.
Oh my god!
Anything else? Door!
Oh my god. You know what? I'm back on Midge's side 100%.
Has everybody just lost their minds?
Seriously, yeah.
Papa, Mama's up!
It's nothing worse than a bad house guest.
I know. I think they recast Ethan. So that he just got older. It's been 3 years, I guess, so. Almost 3 years.
Well, they're back after a long break, too.
Yeah, that's what I meant, was it's 3 years to the break.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, and so nice your parents bought your place back for you.
Oh, I hate that.
It's toast or a banana, kid. Pick.
No!
I don't want to!
Enjoy this.
No, this is just too stressful to be fun.
It's not fun.
Popping the question in front of 3,000 rabid fans.
Great lamenting.
The nuptials are said to be happening here in New York City when Shy gets a break from his...
He would definitely going to get Shy back. He's coming back to New York City. Yeah.
She's going to talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen her hustling all episode. Maybe she can talk to him and get back in there. I doubt it, but... Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
This has been coming.
She needs to have a good cry.
They're cutting it today. That's business talk. When they write checks, they don't say they're writing
business
them.
talk.
They say they're cutting them.
That's funny.
And hey, I have a new job.
Wow, where?
Here, at the insurance office. Hi, Marcy.
So she did get with the guy.
Yeah.
Impossible. Look, I did what you said. I slept with Mr. B, and he was like... Now we're seeing each other. So he was like, you want a job? And I said, yeah, as long as I don't have to work that hard.
Susie, yesterday I was feeling on top of the world, and right now I'm feeling like nothing is going to work out.
Man. All right, well, this episode's not good.
Miriam's never had to struggle with money before.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a change for her. The idea of, like Susie said, you got milk without paying for it? How did that happen?
Yeah.
She paid for her milk when she wanted it. Yeah.
It's Harry.
Well, you got to go through what you got to go through. Oh, here's my bench.
It's my bench. He's actually being gracious.
I think he is, because they did not like each other for a while.
And look at this view. It's beautiful, isn't it? I can see 2 of the 3 penthouses I lost to wives from here. So she's pouted, she's vented, you listen. Now go get her back out on stage.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he is right, yeah.
Get yourself some more clients.
That's also true. She needs to get it more than just Midge.
She can't just live on 10% of Midge's money, yeah.
People are talking about you, Susie.
Nothing good.
Hey, it doesn't matter what they're saying as long as they're saying it.
Maybe Susie just slapped some sense into her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't, because it won't be just a hat.
Yes, it will.
Do not change your wardrobe. It's fine.
Just a hat.
It's never just a hat.
What are the odds he's in a different outfit?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, she changed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get out and get in there.
I can't believe that she's so hesitant. Like,
Yeah.
you need money, bro. Go.
She's just in a depression.
True.
It's hard to
She's
do
in a
stuff
bunk,
when you're depressed, yeah.
You know, a Gentile's favorite wine is Cabernet.
I know where this is going.
A Jew's favorite wine
right?
is it's too cold in here.
Oh, just having a little fun, Bobby boy.
Well, don't.
They're being very rude.
They're being rude, for
Yeah.
sure. Nobody likes a heckler.
You'll stay and have something to eat.
Nah, I should vote.
That's not a question. That's an order. You're too skinny.
Said every mom ever.
Right.
And I'm a classical flautist.
I was going to say,
Hey, Ma.
Joel owns a music club, so the two of you have a lot in common.
Was she somebody that he might have...
pregnant.
Is he possibly the dad? He looks very uncomfortable.
You get her pregnant. Oh, Joel.
A little more?
Yeah, a little more.
Jolie, sit down.
What a plot twist.
No kidding.
What changed?
Lena Brofman?
What? She's a pretty girl, a talented musician.
Okay, so it's just a girl.
She's pregnant.
Just a little.
That kid is almost walking.
Okay, I was worried it was his kid.
I was too. Joel is kind of a ladies' man.
Now, you give me one good reason why you cannot go out there and have a nice meal with that girl.
There should be a lot of reasons.
Yeah, you can be nice about it.
Yeah, you can be nice about it. Look,
I have a girlfriend.
right. I feel wrong doing this.
Nice to meet you.
Right, yeah.
And save us a stamp.
What is it?
Your first paycheck.
My first paycheck.
It can't be much, right?
Let's see. I don't want to punch down on the episode, but out of all the episodes we've watched so far, this is probably my least favorite.
I'll play 3 shows a night. 4, 5. Nothing times 5 is still nothing. Without alcohol, there's no money for either one of us.
I think this is really the first time in a big way we're seeing her sense of entitlement kind of getting to her.
It's
you know?
a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's unbearable, but it's a lot, you know? She's usually, like, pretty down to earth.
Yeah, she is, but she's just not in reality right now.
She's spiraling. I get it. You know, she's got a lot
she's depressed.
Yeah,
And people handle depression differently.
Absolutely, you know? She does need something to bring her back, though. Snap
For
her
sure.
out of it.
And I think it's going to happen soon, sooner than later.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you ever, and I mean ever, do something shifty with my wife's money again. Ex-wife. Don't.
Yeah, you owe him big. Don't be rude to him.
Yeah.
He can be a little self-righteous in the fact that he saved her.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Good for her for paying it back, too.
No, yeah. I'm glad that she didn't blow it off.
Damn, hello. How was your night?
Fine. I got arrested for prostitution.
Ah, that's nice. I'm giving it to you, the whole thing, to cover some household expenses. Take it.
Papa, really?
Take it.
I don't think that's fair. He's living in her house.
An egg?
Eggs are good. So, 1 egg,
Maybe 2.
1 short of an omelet.
I didn't think it was going to be a huge
No,
paycheck.
well, he's a theater critic for a magazine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You can handle all this?
To art.
She's not. Her confidence is really low, too. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The lack of confidence is strange to see from her. Like, she's always so confident.
She got really kicked down hard, though. I mean, hard.
Yeah. It's good, though. It's good that we're not doing business as usual. We're in new territory now.
Yeah.
You know? I like that.
Well, I mean, logistically, being a stand-up comic is
you're not,
hard.
Unless you're like selling out arenas, you're not making much money.
It's hard to break into. It's hard to be successful at.
Yeah.
1 million people try it and fail miserably to make a living, let alone be really successful. So I like the fact that, you know, early on it felt like it was so natural and so easy to her.
Sure.
But the reality is it's not natural and easy to anybody.
No, she always
And
had she always had the money as the crutch. You know,
Right.
She comes from money, and now they don't have it anymore.
Right. I think it's nice that as a comedian, necessity is a part of it now, right?
Yeah.
It's not I want to buy my apartment or, you know, I want to move out on my own and do my own thing
Sure.
and express myself. It's I can't buy milk, you know. It's different.
We're getting that in season 4.
Right.
It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like the show didn't start that way. Here we are in the 4th season, and that's now setting in.
And I like that. It's different expectations. We said before, it would have been easier and more straightforward and formulaic if she was a broke, struggling person trying to make it in comedy.
Yeah.
And the fact that they took that away gave it such a different vibe for the start, like a different perspective from the performer moving forward. I mean, because let's face it, I mean, how many people who are successful performers came from incredible privilege to get there? A lot of them, right? I love Jamie Lee Curtis, but look who her freaking parents were, you know? So it's a different perspective, but now she has to kind of fight through that stuff that everyone else did. You know, we had the conversation with Susie on the phone where it's like, what do you mean? How did you get milk for free without paying for it up front?
Yeah.
Susie's gone through and can handle the stuff that Midge is going through now and can't handle.
And she's had small privilege checks before.
She has, right? The hotels on the first time on the road and stuff.
Absolutely, but now it's like, oh my god, like it's
right.
It's almost dark. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
This is the first time she's had to really penny count. You know,
and you know, start tabs at places.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope. I don't know what her lifeline is going to be. It's got to be something big, though. I mean, I don't know if she's going to go back on the road. I really doubt that we'll do that, though, if she hits the road again, because we just spent a season doing that.
I mean, maybe it seems to be a normal thing comedians do.
It is a normal thing,
but it would be different, right? It's not going to be I'm staying in glamorous hotels and opening for Shai Baldwin and partying with all these rich, successful, interesting people.
Yeah.
If I had to guess for the nothing that's worth, I think Lenny is still going to have to be a guy that once again has to kind of come to a rescue.
I hope he comes back soon,
for sure.
I really do. It might take Lenny to kind of reawaken whatever's inside her.
Well,
drive, you know.
He has thus far on the show for 3 seasons been the only person she really listens to about the lifestyle and the craft. Like, you do it because you have to.
Yeah.
It's miserable and it's painful, and you do it because you have to. And I think that Lenny's the only one she's been able to really identify with. Yeah, Susie's pushing her, but Susie's still coming from a perspective of someone who knows about the business but hasn't lived it like she's trying to do.
Sure,
Lenny has, and so I really feel like, one, he's got the juice and the weight to help her career out. He can be a massive lifeline, and two, likes her and really is someone that understands where she is. And Lenny, and I don't know Lenny Bruce's real life story, and we kind of jump into Lenny's already successful when episode 1 happens. So we don't really know what his entry into the field was like. You know, was he the typical poor struggling artist that's like, this is what I want to do and I should do something else. Right. Good.
Yeah.
And so I think his perspective on where she is, and Susie's a little bit too, like, if there's anyone who knows what it's like to struggle and have to really worry about money, I feel like Susie would know that.
Yeah, where Susie's living.
Right.
Yep.
And I think it's good. Susie's got to get through to her. It's like, I know that you want to do this elevated art form, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But the starving artist is a real thing. And how bad do you want to be a starving artist when you're a mother of 2 kids? You're supremely talented, but you might have to buck up and do some things you don't want to do.
Make sacrifices.
Like 90% of the world does.
Yeah.
And go to a job and work to make money because you need money and not because the job is a passion that compels you.
And we kind of did that when she was working at, was it B. Altman?
Right, yeah.
We got that kind of.
Sure. But it was still a crutch.
It was a crutch.
A little one. She still had the apartment and Joel's money and her parents taking care of her kids.
Yeah.
And every time she stepped on stage, it was like she touched gold. You know, it's different.
The luster's wearing off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder if Lenny is going to stay in Florida. I don't know. I know briefly about Lenny.
Right.
He's living in Florida. Last time we saw him. Does he stay in Florida?
I doubt it.
You know, I mean, like,
sure.
I know one thing's for sure. I think we're definitely going to see Lenny Bruce again because we have 2 seasons of the show left, and he's honestly the best, not the best part of it, but like one of the best.
No, he's definitely, as far as the bit characters that kind of come and go,
one of the best supporting characters.
He's someone you really look forward to seeing.
Yeah.
Guy won an Emmy earlier.
He did, yeah.
For this show. Of course you want to get him.
He's in the best episode of season 3, maybe of the whole show.
Yeah, he is.
I love that episode. It's amazing.
Yeah. I'm okay with this. Like, most serialized shows, you have your main character, especially when there's a good character arc going like this for this, that kind of goes through that self-doubt and that dark night of the soul, right? You do. And this is Midge's, because it's like, where does she come out on the other end from getting knocked down? I don't think you can have a 5-season television show where your protagonist doesn't get knocked down a little bit.
Sure.
Or what's the point?
And I think this episode does serve as a setup for what's to come.
Sure.
It's only episode 2.
Right.
I do wonder if we're going to see Jason Alexander again to kind of help out Abe in some way.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I expected him to be in this season.
Yeah,
right.
We got him in, 2 or 3 episodes of season 3?
Yeah.
And it kind of felt like a setup going forward. A lot of shows tease characters at the end of a certain season, and then in the next season they're there.
Right. I felt like professionally in Abe's professional reemergence, they were going to be joined at the hip a little bit more than what we've seen.
He's
so
obviously
far.
being reluctant,
right?
to come back into it, but that's it's a classic setup for a story.
Absolutely.
So I see. I guess.
Yeah. This was a tough watch. Simply because it wasn't one of the. I mean, it was still funny at times.
Sure.
But for the most part, this was like everything's going wrong for everybody.
It's like
right
borderline
now.
cringe. It's not cringy,
largely right,
but you're right.
It's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's
very uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah, it's by design. It's supposed to be like this. This isn't the happy part of anybody's journey right now.
Sure.
So I think we came away with that kind of how we're supposed to.
And I don't want to criticize too much, but it did feel clunky in some scenes. Specifically, when her parents showed up again, and they're showing the apartment, felt a little clunky for me. Just wasn't really enjoying it. It's frustrating, but like you said, it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah, I had no problem with it. I didn't feel like it was clunky.
No,
for me,
as far as like the making of it goes, I'm not criticizing that at all. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I had no problem with the episode at all. I felt like the mood they established isn't the same mood we've had running through the others. I felt like it was supposed to be darker, and I'm okay with that.
It's just the difference of it.
It is, yeah. It's definitely different, but we'll see where they go moving forward. I'm still completely on board with it. So.
Yeah, they haven't lost me yet.
Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See ya.